We have 5 affordable LEGO Star Wars sets that I think are worthy of LEGO investments. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Cristo from Stead City, and I'm taking you guys through 5 sets that I think are more or less sleeper investment LEGO Star Wars sets. Now, these will be, in my own opinion, and for me, personal. So this is not investment advice, and in no way or form is this to move markets or anything like that. These are just 5 sets that I think are affordable and have caught my interest. With that being said, let's take a look at these 5 interesting sets. Now, all 5 of these will be retiring at the 2025 mark at the end of, so technically, December 31st. Does that mean they will be out of stock and no longer available on December 31st? No, that's probably not the case. However, at least from LEGO, they should be out of production and no more manufactured and are just kind of trying to be clearanced out from shelves. We've seen in years past where LEGO sets stick around for months after, let alone retire early from like September, August, November, October, December at those time periods. So with that being said, the first set here is going to be the Darth Vader helmet. And the reason why I'm including this set, even though it's a 2021 LEGO release and it's been on the shelves for a very long time, with that being said, Darth Vader himself is going to be around for hopefully a very, very long time. I feel like he's a fan favorite and is always going to be a sought-after character no matter what toy he comes in. And this is no different. The Helmet Collection series is a fantastic line from LEGO Star Wars. The set is one of the highest priced ones at $80. Fortunately for you and me, Cristo's been looking out and you've been subscribed, so you found some good deals across this one over the past few years. Seriously, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You don't believe in it, but it's free and it seriously helps out the channel. So do that, and I really thank you guys. But anyways, the Vader helmet has been out for quite some time, and it's gone down to some crazy price point. I think the lowest I've ever picked one up is around $50, which is not too bad considering it's an $80 MSRP price. Over the year of 2025, I'll be looking extensively to buy this one, hopefully in bulk for deep discounts, because it's timeless, and I think Vader will always be in high demand. So after the fact that this one retires, I think this will go up significantly in price in the long run. I think it'll be maybe a year or two before it sees significant rise, but I think it's worth the risk, at least on my own personal opinions. Now, the next one here on our list is going to be the Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator. This set has gotten a lot of looks since early January. I think M&R Productions was the one who called this out originally, at least made it very much known across the LEGO space, but the first 01 weeks of production of 2024, all the way until 12 weeks in the Mexico factory, which is stamped here on the bottom of this box, had a misprint Qui-Gon Jinn minifigure in a reddish brown beard, even though I shave my face and I don't have a beard, courtesy of Georgiana. Anyways, this set has got a lot of looks in 2025, and regardless of the rare variant versus the normal variant, I still think this set is a little bit slept on and a little bit more perceived. On top of that, it comes with a 25-year anniversary minifig and is one of the only LEGO Star Wars sets at the least time of recording that has yet to go on sale to the mass majority of people being online. That piques my interest. It is technically a Walmart exclusive set, so you can only get the set at all LEGO stores, LEGO Online, and Walmart, versus this set not being on the shelves at Myers, Target, Amazon, other places that have LEGO. Sadly, no. So being that with it will, I think this is definitely one that's caught our attention and probably will go on Walmart clearance at the end of its shelf life, and one I'll be extensively looking at throughout 2025. $70 is not a great price point to pay. However, I still think the ship looks overall halfway decent, but more or less the minifigs that come inside of it are what's piquing my interest. Speaking of minifigs piquing my interest, moving on into number 3 on our list is going to be the Ahsoka Tanos Duel on Peridia. Now, the reason I'm, of course, listing this set is not for the actual set. Honestly, I feel like this one can go in the parts bins, but it is pretty cool. It's a scene from the original Season 1 Ahsoka, featuring a bunch of characters battle on Peridia. And overall, I think it does the job, but I'm not really interested in displaying that. And I think if you wanted to do something, you probably can mock a variation a lot better, even though the LEGO one has some playability, some spinnable characters, like this podium here where the characters turn and kind of fight. It's a duel set. It's definitely made for play, but me as an adult, I like to collect minifigures, even though they're still plastic. I'm still a collector. what can I say? Anyways, it comes with 5 minifigs, and I feel like it's not a bad standard for a $55 price tag. I feel like Star Wars minifigs generally is safe to say $10 plus per minifig, excluding droids. So to get 5 characters in this set, I thought was pretty good. And on top of that, they stuck a Grand Admiral Thrawn, which hasn't been made since the original Phantom 2 Lego set, which is going for crazy prices of like $250 to $400. So to get a remade Thrawn in just this single set for $55 feels like not a terrible price point. On top of that, you get an exclusive Night Trooper, you get an exclusive Ezra Bridger, you get an exclusive Morgan Elsbeth, and an Ahsoka Tano. So all in all, $55 for all of these minifigs feels really, really good. Now, courtesy of Stud City, we've been calling out deals on this one for $44 throughout the year of 2024, end of the year, and also into 2025. Will it go cheaper? Probably by the end of its life cycle, but it's one I'm hoping to get half off in the true lifespan, because those minifigs are truly amazing. And I think this set will do well just in the fact that it has great minifigs included in the set. Moving on into number 2 is the most expensive set. I did say this was an affordable list, and more or less the affordable sets are typically, in my opinion, some of the better Lego investment sets. This one being on the higher end things is the Onyx Cinder. Now, I think this is more of a big bet gambling investment piece on my own. I'm not a gambler, right? I do love to invest. There is a difference, believe it or not. But I think this one is more on the riskier side of things because the potential and output that Star Wars never does Skeleton Crew again, right? There is always there's always a possibility that Star Wars, diminishes a show or all that kind of stuff. But on the contrary, there's always the opportunity that potentially we see season 2 or season 3 and, maybe this long list of series. I don't know. Or the fact that these characters play a longer lead into the Star Wars franchise. So with that being said, the set sparks my interest of one, having just, I thought, an overall pretty solid show. And then 2, the Onyx Cinder was a really cool ship, even though the exoskeleton here is no longer, and the ship kind of doesn't really exist anymore, and it's very much slim and different color scheme now. But anyways, the characters will most likely stay the same. I really enjoyed the show for the most part, and I think the characters inside of it were really, really fun. Now, although I don't even have a personal copy of this set yet, I intend to get this one throughout 2025, at least 1 to probably multiple copies, because I'm trying to take a safe bet here that's saying, well, Skeleton Crew has potential in the few years coming for Star Wars to potentially do more content with it. So with that being said, to have this one retire and no longer be available to get these minifigs, if they ever do make an appearance in other shows or cartoons or even in a movie or something like that, well, I'm sure the minifigs will go crazy in price point, making this set a little bit more sought after. For that reason, it's been included in my list. And finally, the number 1 here is an overpriced, probably one of the most overpriced Lego Star Wars sets to date throughout 2024 that released. Now, this is the $80 Desert Skiff and Starlac Pit. And when I say overpriced, I think everybody that I've known and every piece of content that I've watched regarding this set indicated that it was overpriced. It should have likely came with the UCS sail barge, which, mind you, is not retiring in 2025, but this set is retiring in 2025. So with that being said, having the sail barge on the market still for who knows how long to come, and this one retiring, I think it makes an interesting concept that, well, hey, I bought the UCS sail barge for, whatever's going on, I kind of want to make the scene complete. So I'm going to go ahead and get this Desert Skiff and Starlight pack. Well, guess what? It retired. So you have to go back and get it. Or I want the minifigs. Or the 25-year anniversary Nia Num minifig that comes in it. So there's this whole slew of things that, while I think this is generally a good investment, also in the side of investing kind of things, and if you stuck to all the way to this long in the video, one, I want to thank you, and if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. But I want to share a trade secret. Typically, I'm an investor. When somebody looks at something and shies away to it, I think that's where the money is made, and that's typically where my interest is sparked. When the vast majority of people have their eyes on something, right, I said, oh, this set's amazing, yada yada yada, I typically will not be invested in that set. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm typically under the radar, and sets that are perceived badly or overpriced, those are the ones I'm more or less interested in. And this is definitely one high up on my list, and that's why I include it as my number 1 sleeper Lego Star Wars set to invest in, because of that reason. Now, even if so, this one really hasn't gone on sale, especially past the 20% off. It really hasn't gone 20% off, even much so, at least throughout 2025 so far. But hopefully we see some deep discounts on it throughout the year. I'll definitely be calling them out for you guys who are subscribed. Anyways, that's my top 5 list here from Lego Lego Star Wars. Hopefully you found value in this video, or more or less found it entertaining as its purpose. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Christo from Stud City. Let me know what sets you're investing throughout 2025, and if you want to see other themes included in this list series. But that's going to wrap it up. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.